Before we get into this content, please make sure to like and subscribe.
Yabba dabba doo! Simpson, Homer Simpson, he's the greatest guy in history. From the town of Springfield, he's about to hit a chestnut tree.
I never thought I would be talking about The Simpsons. I mean, Flintstones. But here we are. If you don't know what The Flintstones is, it is an American animated sitcom produced by Hanna-Barbera Productions. The series takes place in the Stone Age and follows the activities of the Flintstones family and their next-door neighbors, the Rubbles. It was originally broadcasted in ABC from September 30th, 1960 to April 1st, 1966, and was the first animated series to hold a primetime slot on television. The show follows the lives of Fred and Wilma Flintstone and their pet dinosaur Dino, eventually seeing the addition of baby Pebbles. Barney and Betty Rubble are their neighbors and best friends. They adopt a super strong baby named Bam Bam and acquire a pet hopperoo called Hoppy. It was the most financially successful and longest running network animated television series for 3 decades. With the success of the show, a whole bunch of merchandise, TV specials, 2 live action movies,
Wilma, I'm home! The Flintstones have arrived.
a crossover with the Jetsons,
The Space Age meets the Stone Age.
and a spin-off show called The Flintstones Kids, where Fred and everyone are all babies. And of course, video games were made for all kinds of consoles. From the NES, with one being one of the rarest NES games ever, the Master System, Genesis, Game Boy, SNES, and PS1. I want to mainly focus on the PAL exclusive PS2 games. Let's start with the Flintstones Bedrock Racing. Oh, that Blast logo is not a good sign. If you don't know who Blast is, well, you're a lucky fuck, as Blast shout out some of the worst licensed games on the system. Jumanji, Home Alone, Dr. Dolittle, all good movies completely fucked by the publisher. Basically, it's LJN for the PS2. I might get to some of the other Blast games another time. I'm talking about you, babe, you complete piece of shit. Let's just play this Stone Age shit. The Flintstones Bedrock Racing is a racing game for the PlayStation 2 that is developed by Coyote Development, known for such classics as Bratz Forever Diamond,
Nice to see you again.
Mary-Kate and Ashley Get a Clue, and Godzilla the series Monster Wars, which happens to be one of the worst Godzilla games I've played. Anyway, it was released by Blast Entertainment and based on the original series. It's not your typical kart racer where you need to come first and move on to the next track. Instead, the developers decided to make it you need to collect 8 dinosaur eggs that are scattered around the tracks and win the race. It reminds me more like Toy Story Racer or South Park Rally. The plot is Fred and Barney are competing to discover who's got the fastest family in Bedrock. You wouldn't know that unless you have the instruction manual. When you start the game, you get a crappy JPEG of the Flintstones and the famous theme song.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, they're the ones for his family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a place out of history.
You get a few modes to pick from: arcade, time trial, and multiplayer. Pick your game mode, choose the track, then pick your character. And the whole Flintstones gang is here. Fred, Wilma, Barney, and Betty. They are all unlocked in the beginning. You can unlock Pebbles, Bam Bam, Dino the family's pet, and the Great Kazoo.
Gazoo.
Okay, sorry, the Great Gazoo. It doesn't matter who you pick as they all play the same. The instruction manual says they all have different top speeds and traction, but when you actually go and select your character, it doesn't say shit. The manual straight up lies to you. The game is nothing exciting. Like I mentioned before, you need to pick up 8 dinosaur eggs, then come first place. Along the way, you find bones you can pick up, 2 in each track that allow you to upgrade your car after every race, and stakes that refill your boost meter. Each track is boring and ugly to look at. Out of the 12 tracks, none of them remind me of the Flintstones. No bedrock, no quarry, no nothing. I got bored of the game after the 4th track because it got too easy. I just upgraded top speed after the first race and had the rest of the game by the balls.
Well, Cindy, we all have our little secrets.
I did have some problems during my playthrough with the AI. Like, the AI really hates you. Half of the time I would just be trying to collect eggs, then here comes the AI just fucking rams right into me like a bull runs into Johnny Knoxville. The eggs are scattered in stupid areas, like right here. An egg on the lava, as soon as you touch the lava your car massively slows down and you can barely move. Then the other racers start overtaking you. Like, come on, why put the egg there? I was first place. The controls are okay and the graphics look really bad, especially for the PlayStation 2. If you manage to finish all 12 tracks, this is what you get. Yep, another complete waste of time. The Flintstones Bedrock Racing is an insult to the PS2. Boring tracks, repetitive gameplay, AI who want you dead, same loading screen image as the title screen, and just a fucking disgrace to the Flintstones name. But we aren't done yet, because next and final game is the Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas. Based on the second live-action Flintstones movie, which happens to be a prequel. Why would you make another game based on the Flintstones movie? Ocean already fucked up the first movie with the shitty SNES game. Now, if anything, you would think this would be a casino type game like Caesar's Palace or Vegas Stakes because they go to Rock Vegas. If you were expecting that, then tough shit, because what you're going to get is a Mario Kart 64 clone. And I mean a real bad one. Let's take a look at the box. We've got the cast of characters and Baby Dino. Then when you flip it over, the first thing you will probably notice is the game teasing you with poker chips, dice, and playing cards, making you think it's going to be a casino game. The box claims to have 24 tracks, but when you start the game, you only have 3 tracks. So you choose the championship, pick your car and character. Again, it doesn't matter who, as they all play the same. Start the race, try and win all 3 tracks to unlock a 4th track, the canyon, and a new car. Then back to the title screen, start the championship again, play the 4 tracks to unlock a 5th track, Rock Vegas City, which half of it is dark as shit. Then do the same thing again. To unlock a 6th track, the Stardust Hotel, if you manage to complete the championship, you unlock some new game modes: normal, reverse mirrored, and Grand Slam. According to the instructions, the Grand Slam mode can be unlocked by completing the championship in reverse. That means do all 6 tracks again to unlock another fucking game mode. After all that bullshit, you choose Grand Slam mode, make sure you choose 24 so you can play all the tracks the box says it has, only to realize you're playing all 6 4 times in different modes. And what is your reward? If you were expecting the rest of the tracks or a new game mode, you are wrong. You get to play as Gazoo. That's all you unlock. The box straight up fucking lies to you. I wasted 4 fucking hours on this game. The game also says you unlock 9 vehicles. Through the whole game, I only got 8, not 9. Do they mean the UFO? If so, then why are there 9 Stone Age vehicles and 1 UFO separate on the back of the box? Stupid lying dicks. With everything they have lied about, of course the graphics are going to be a piece of shit. Every track looks visually unappealing and sometimes hard to navigate. Let's get to the controls. And boy did they fuck up with the controls. You think because they copied Mario Kart, the controls would be good, right? Well, let me say, the controls are some of the downright worst I have ever seen in a racing game. The controls in the Blast Flintstones game were way better than this unholy mess. it feels like you're driving a tank, and turning takes forever. For example, in the first few seconds of the first race, you come to a sharp turn on a cliff edge, so obviously I fell off the fucker. They do have a drift button if you push R1, but I wouldn't even bother as the car just slides and you can barely control it. Why make a racing game so hard to fucking control? This game was released in 2001. 2001. You would think if you were gonna copy Mario Kart, at least do it fucking right. No 24 tracks, no 9 cars, and the game is so ugly to fucking look at. The developers straight up lie to you, and it's just a complete waste of fucking time. Fuck this, I'm playing Mario Kart. Mario. 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 Mario.